It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Rockets in Houston. Taking a look at the Rockets, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Houston is a team that can put up numbers in a hurry, no question about that. But with the amount of three-pointers they take, Kenny, do they really, I guess, rely too much on the long ball?
Well, some could say that because, 40% of their shots that they make come from three-point land. That's an incredible amount when you have a guy like Dwight Howard in the post and you have guys in the post that like to score. So they might be a little three-heavy, though.
No, not might. They are three-heavy. They need to understand inside out wins championship, especially there in Houston. They took a lot of threes, but they were not great. They only shot 35% last year. They need to get the ball inside.
Tip-off is coming up shortly. We go courtside right now to Kevin Harlan.
The Heat are out of Miami and into an interconference game. We're live in Houston where the Rockets have home court advantage. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brig Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Hart. Tip-off goes to Houston. So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Jay Crowder. D-Wade out there with Speedy. Then there's Josh McRoberts. And it's Stoudemire in at the 5 down low.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Now here's Crowder, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wade, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that, and Clark, you wonder if that them in. Free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
That one is no good.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, is the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. It's hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever. And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Stolen by Wade. Here's Speedy. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Speedy's got 5. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Here's Speedy. Soft touch off the glass.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Speedy, the pass to Nick Roberts. Buried from 15 feet out.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Here's Speedy. The three. The rebound by Nick Roberts.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Here's Crowder. Misses the three.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down the shot like that against that kind of defense.
Crowder pulls it in.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Rockets trail, and it's Houston on the break. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Miami. And so it's Houston with it. The Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Westbrook kicks to Wade. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
Now here is Harris. And the shot is good. 8 points for Speedy.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Ball is turned over. Houston ball.
Rockets leading by 3. The leaner, and it's blocked. Westbrook with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. The Rockets pull it in. Speedy's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Carter. And it's denied. It's tipped. And the pass to Speedy. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Speedy. Wade with it, and it's Howard picking him up. It's Westbrook with the drive. Rejected by Harris. Here's LeBron. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Harris outside. And Carter has it in the corner. Harris passes to Speedy. Clock at 6. Crafty move. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's Speedy. The shot will not go. And Miami the other way now.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
First personal foul.
Here's Speedy, guarded by Harris. Speedy knocks down the 3 ball. Speedy's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Heat.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Here's Speedy. And the officials call a traveling violation. For Miami, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. There's the steal. Looking to get back on track here. Westbrook with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And so it's Houston with it. They trail by 1. Here's Speedy. He's got 8.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
They set the pick. The Rockets again can't hit. Miami's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Speedy the pass to Stoudemire. Here's Speedy. Good ball movement here by Miami. And again, Miami with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Harris missing again. Heat on offense. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Passes it to Speedy. Back to Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. Rockets trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Dishes it to Crowder. Pass to Speedy, and it's Wade in the corner. Pulls up. That one's good from the corner. Wade's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to...
Oh! Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Boy, you got to love it. The picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for 2.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
Here's Carter. Good, and the assist goes to James. Carter's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
That was the 3rd straight high-percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And Harris drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Another miss by Westbrook.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how...
That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
You know what? Man. That man can climb a ladder.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Here's Speedy. He's covered by Westbrook. Goes up off the pick. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Over to the wing. Here's Speedy. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And 12 points for Speedy.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And it's LeBron missing. The Heat trail by 5. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
They got to start squeezing the orange, guys. I mean, it's that simple. That's 4 early turnovers they've racked up already.
Yeah, straight butterfingers going on today. They need to wake up and wake up soon.
There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Speedy, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Speedy's got 14 points. It's Westbrook with the drive.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Back to Harris. Shot clock at 5. And Houston again with the bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
For 3, Westbrook. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
What marksman? Their backcourt has set the tone for their whole squad.
Here's Speedy.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Carter outside. Here's Howard. The shot misses. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the release was before.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but
Basketball, this is my path.
it's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. The guys of the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
Carter is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Harris. Then there's Speedy. And it's Howard in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And, guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Speedy the pass to James, pushing their lead to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Houston lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Outside Westbrook. Knocked loose. Miami needs to get a shot off. And stolen by James. Here's Speedy. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Speedy, guarded by Harris. Right side Westbrook. Wade outside. Can they get it? No luck. Good D by Howard. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
Harris misses.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. 6 to shoot. Here's Westbrook, rejected by Harris. And again, it's the Heat missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Pass to Stoudemire. And here's Westbrook from the arc, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 16 points.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Here's Speedy. He's got 21. Carter inside the three-point line. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Out to the right wing. Here's Speedy, and it's Miami. Miami with another.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Speedy, down low, and it's Howard finishing it off.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Right side, Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing. Rockets leading by 12. Kicks to Howard. Carter on the wing. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 16 points for prime time.
And despite getting Hassan Whiteside as a rebounding force last year, the Heat really struggled on the boards. The rest of the team just didn't pull their weight in terms of defending the glass.
Houston leading by 15. There's the pass to Speedy. Fires the 3. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Wade in the corner. There's the pick. The feed to Westbrook. Here's Speedy. They get the rebound. Back to Westbrook. Stoudemire, the screen. Westbrook dishes to Stoudemire. Some room here for Westbrook. And that one comes up a bit short.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady.
their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Speedy the pass to LeBron. There's the triple, and he gets it to go. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Westbrook drives in. Wade kicks to Westbrook. Speedy the pass to Stoudemire. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 4 on the shot clock. Shot from 12, and it's sent back by Howard. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
And here is James. He has 7. Harris outside. For the 3. Good D by Westbrook. The Heat trail by 18. Out to Wade. No one near him. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight. Houston's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Here's Howard, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Here's Speedy. Wade is covering. Here's Harris to the wing right side. It's stolen by Wade. Now here's Crowder. Wade right side. Poked away.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Here's Speedy. He dishes it to Howard. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery, and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as dominant Clark as a player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
And he gets it to go.
And you remember back in Orlando, Dwight Howard, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, not to mention a slam dunk title. He's lost some of that lift, but still has more than just about any other center in our league.
It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Howard missing a lot of time last season with various knee issues. He's taken his training and conditioning regimen to a new level, it looks like, to kind of preserve his body for the long haul.
And stolen by James. And he lobs it up. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Here's Speedy. No good on the three.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And stolen by James. Here's Speedy. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And it's the Heat on the break. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the dunkie. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
That's good.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Goes up off the inbound, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Houston on top, opening up a huge gap. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwight, you guys have built a nice lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. The game was always within a fairly narrow. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight.
Just absolute domination in this one for Speedy. He's got 10 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
On the floor for Miami, Jay Crowder out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Speedy. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Westbrook in at the 2 guard.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Speedy, guarded by Harris. Wade dishes to Stoudemire. He kicks to Crowder. And he gets it to go.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Stoudemire with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. It's stolen. To the middle. Here's LeBron. And he gets it to go. LeBron's got 9.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Stoudemire, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Harris, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 5th foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Miami on defense. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Speedy. He's got 19. Howard with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harris with the ball. Westbrook with the steal. And it's the Heat on the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. The dish now to Howard. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 20.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. They set the pick. Wade passes to Speedy. The 10-footer. Rockets with the rebound. Speedy's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's Vince Carter on the wing. And he gets it to go from the corner. Carter's got 15. Here's Speedy. And some very quick points for him on that possession. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Harris against Westbrook. From outside the arc, Harris misses.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by LeBron. And slam dunk by Harris.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
The Rockets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Speedy. Wade is covering. Speedy the pass to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Howard. Wade with the block. Here's Speedy. Rejected by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
3 points away team.
Speedy the pass to Crowder. Here's Speedy, covered by LeBron. Shoots from the high post, and the shot is good. 23 points for Speedy. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And if carrying the team during the regular season wore Harden down, Greg, as you were talking about, it didn't show that much in the playoffs. Harden was phenomenal most, if not Clark, all of the postseason.
I would agree with you, but there also were some other guys for Houston that did step up in the postseason. Howard looked as good as he did before all of his injuries, as a case in point.
And it's Speedy with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Speedy the pass to Crowder. Stoudemire the screen. Passes it to Speedy. This one for three. It's hauled in by Harris.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Here's Harris, and the rejection by Stoudemire. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
And it's Wade in the corner. Pass to Speedy. And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunks so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting it.
Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Another miss by Houston. Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half. And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA. You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Here's Speedy. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got assist number 8 now on the night.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Wade outside. 6 to shoot. The pass to Speedy. Tries from 10. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Speedy's got 10 points in just the second half.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Here's Speedy. 37 points for him. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Here's Stoudemire. The Rockets pull it in.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1 this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
First one falls for him. Rockets are known for their offensive prowess, and rightly so, Clark. It's not just the barrage of threes that do teams in. They get to the free throw line.
Well, they've got a group of guys that understand how to create and sell contact. They were second in the league in free throws.
Westbrook kicks to Wade. Westbrook passes to Speedy. Releases. But they'll get another chance. And it's out of bounds, the Heat. Able to retain possession here.
Miami ball.
Houston on D. Lets the 3 fly. Goes up again. Can't get it to go. And it's Houston the other way. To the inside. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third. And he gets it to go.
And make no mistake about it with the Rockets. They know the value of the free throw. As a team, they went 45-8 last season whenever any player on their team took 8 or more free throws in a game.
1:37 left in the third. Harris kicks to Carter. And he slams it down right on top of Amari. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Just 5 on the clock. Harris. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player. And we know the Rockets are a stat-driven team. I mean, the most efficient shots are threes, layups, and free throws. And that is why Houston is so dedicated to getting to the line, taking threes, and trying to get to the rim.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Here's Speedy. There's a screen. Feeds to Crowder. Passes it to Speedy. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. And it's Harris off the drive. Comes up empty down low.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Rockets ahead, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. Howard is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Carter. Then there's Harris. And it's Speedy in at the point.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Here's Speedy. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Speedy. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwight Howard. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Here's Speedy. And the three off target.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 30 points for prime time.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. It's stolen by Harris.
You know, you hate to blame anybody, but those turnovers are a big reason why they're down. Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general. He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
And it's Speedy with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Speedy. Five on the clock. Fires the 3. Kept alive by Houston. A 3 ball. And yes, sir, that one drops. Speedy's got 47 points.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And the layup is good. Speedy's got 8 here in the quarter.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
It's deflected. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Rockets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. He feeds it to Harris. Houston moving it around. Dishes it to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Speedy. Rebound by the Heat. Speedy's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Wade. Pass to Speedy. Up top, Crowder. Here's Speedy. Miami no good on that time either.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Here's Speedy. Clock at 6. It's tipped. Stolen by Wade. Here's Speedy. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Deflects the pass, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Here's Speedy. Down low, here's Stoudemire, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. That one a little long.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
3 on 3. Here's Speedy. Miami grabs. The miss. Crowder's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Speedy. Stoudemire dishes to Westbrook. Here's Speedy. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the first one at the line is good. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Pass to Crowder. Here's Speedy. Kicks to Stoudemire. Here's Speedy. It's good from long range. Speedy's got 7 points here in this quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Here's Speedy. From deep three-point range, Houston gets it back from deep. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Speedy's got 56 points in the game.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Second shot opportunity. It's laid in by Stoudemire.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year, in spite of all the injuries.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Here's Harris, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Harris has got 14 points here in the second half.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. Take a look at what Speedy's done. He has 38 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
On the wing, Harris. Stolen by Westbrook. And it's Speedy with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin. Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Out to Carter. The pass to Speedy. Just 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Speedy's got 58.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And for Houston, they're shooting about 43% here in the 4th quarter. Off the inbound, no good. Miami's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And it's Crowder, top of the key. Cans it from downtown.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out. Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Miami's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the 4th. Speedy, no good with the triple.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
There's the feed to Howard. The 3-ball. And Stoudemire pulls it down. Westbrook passes to Speedy. 3-pointer. And he gets the bucket. Speedy's got 45 points.
This is one whale of a performance, folks, but it won't mean a thing if they aren't able to finish it off and get the win.
Westbrook with it, picked up by Harris. Howard with the steal. And finished off by LeBron.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Harris kicks to Howard. And Miami shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. From outside the arc, Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Westbrook against Harris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got 17 now, just in the second half.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now. Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Houston.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Speedy. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
It's hauled in by Harris. Rocket shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Here's Speedy. It's hauled in by the Heat.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Speedy. That's short off the rim. Now the Rockets with it. Here's Speedy. Takes the 3. The shot no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's blocked. Here's Speedy. From outside, off the mark. Here's Speedy. LeBron outside. Carter inside the three-point line. Can't get it to fall. So we see
the 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a